My company, Polywog, is transforming the way that people can invest in health. One of the biggest problems in biology is that we spend billions of dollars in basic research. Foundations spend billions of dollars to start companies and start new ideas around diseases and different therapies. And then there's this huge valley of death, they call it, where companies can't get the funding they need for proof of concept trials. If you get through the valley, there are venture capital funds that will give you $20, $30, $40 million. None of them will give you $2 or $3 or $4 million. So we're losing thousands of ideas. We're losing thousands of lives because of losing those ideas. So what has been needed is a way to fund the companies that are in between. They're too big for foundations and too small for venture capitalists. And that's what Polywog focuses on. And that's where we think that the people want to be involved, because if you care about a given disease area, it's very, very difficult on Wall Street to find how you invest in that particular area. If you want to invest in Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or rare diseases, that's not the way Wall Street's organized. They give you large company stocks or small biotech stocks. They don't really divide the market by the thing that people care about, which is whatever health issue they're dealing with. That we contributed to the greatest expansion of medical research and health in the history of the world. You know, in the 20th century, life expectancy in the United States doubled for the first time in human history. And that was nearly all related to changes in public health. Now we're dealing with private health. The diseases of aging, because if you get to 65 and you're healthy, you're going to live another 20 years. And you're going to die from very different things than people died a century ago. You're going to die from Alzheimer's or cancer or Parkinson's. And those diseases we're very way behind on how to solve. Now, if you think of all the things we've done, we've solved childhood leukemia, we've solved many kinds of cancers, we've turned many rare diseases into things people can live with, we've turned HIV into things people can live with. And that's with very little money, relatively speaking, going to the health companies that get their start from government or academic funding. If we bring to health the kind of funding that we brought to the internet, to mobile technologies, to oil exploration, we will be shocked and amazed at what progress we can make. The difficulty hasn't been that these problems are intractable. The difficulty has been we haven't focused enough of our resources on them. So there are two problems in the way we invest in health. One is what you can invest in, and the other is who can invest. So in terms of what you can invest in, every other sector of the economy, like agriculture or energy, you can invest in what you want. If you want to invest in solar energy or wind energy, you don't have to buy an oil company stock. You can buy a solar company stock. If you want to invest in wheat or soybeans or cotton or orange juice, you invest in those things. You don't buy a big agriculture stock. But if you want to invest in a particular area of health, take Alzheimer's, where do you go? Where is there a fund that's only focused on Alzheimer's? Polywog is building one of those. Where is there a portfolio of Parkinson's companies? Polywog will build those kinds of portfolios. The big Wall Street players don't do that. The big Wall Street players focus on health in terms of pharma, big dividend stocks, or big biotech company stocks. Polywog is focused on where do these companies begin? They begin as small companies that are very difficult to find. So we make it easier for people to find small companies at a lower price that are working in an area they care about. In terms of who can invest, the government just changed the rules 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. Most people don't even know it. But now, for the first time, you can actually advertise that you're raising money for a private company. That was illegal since 1974. So now I can tell the world I'm raising money for a private Alzheimer's company, and anybody with an interest in Alzheimer's can learn about it. You still have to have a certain amount of wealth to invest in a private company, but when the SEC finishes implementing the regulation, anybody would be able to invest in a private company up to a certain amount of money. This will change everything because wealth has been treated as a proxy for wisdom. It's not. People have incredible passion for whatever it is that affects their life. We should let all of them invest rather than gamble or just donate. Everybody who donates to a cause is also willing to invest in it, but it hasn't been possible. And that's what we're trying to change.